back. Just go ahead and hit the restart button, and here we go. Hello and welcome to AJ's Table Time, and with this one we've got Patrick back with us.
What up, y'all?
What's up, Patrick? Welcome back. We've been doing a little historical games kick here and there. Patrick's been gone for a little bit because real life has happened.
Yeah, man. Car wrecks and insurance.
Cascade of towing your car.
Towing my car in my own apartment.
In your own fucking complex.
Oh, my God.
It's been a nightmare. So I'm glad to have him back so that we can get his brain off of real life stuff and play a tabletop game together.
Yeah.
Relax and have a few
Excited.
beers. We got some beers going.
Beer.
Let's have a beer. Toast.
Cheers.
Okay. So the game today is Saga. I hear it's a really cool historical type of game. A little more arcadey than realistic, but hey, anything that centers on fun. So what you see here today before you is a village in which my Viking forces are invading. And you have the Irish, who are under control of Patrick, led by a warlord, McCrazy. And my warlord is way back here, and he is Redbeard, the Viking. My beard is absolutely beautiful. See?
Fleet,
and
boy.
I turned into a Russian, not a Viking. I need to adjust my Viking accent. Okay, so, and we just did a straight-out battle. This is just learning the game. There are different scenarios that you can choose from, but we have 5-point armies. In Saga, they try to make everything very simple, and the rules designers clearly did not want to assign point values to anything. So basically it goes four models in a Hearthguard, right? And these are your elites. 8 models are warriors, and 12 models are levies. And what they say is they're 1 point each, right? So you could have levies go up against Hearthguard 12 versus 4, but these guys are elites, so they might actually win. Who knows? And then your warlord is free. So that's kind of how you do it. And then in every faction, if you get the Saga particular age that you're fighting in, there's like Crusades, there's King Arthur, there's Magic. This is the Age of Vikings. You'll have all of the different factions, and in this one there's 12 different ones. So he's playing the Welsh while I'm playing the Vikings. There's also the Joms Vikings, the Scots, the Irish. And what's really cool about the rulebook is it gives some historical context and kind of how they fought back then. And then they even have a section where it's like, well, what are the Irish like to play as? And they got some cool pictures and shit. So from what we've seen, it's been pretty solid. So we'll finish off here. So how does the game go? Well, there's only 2 phases in this game. Again, very simple. There's the orders phase, which use these battle boards. So every single faction in the game comes with their own board with their own unique abilities. So here's the Normans, you've got the Anglo-Danes, you got the Joms Vikings, the Pagan Rus, a bunch of different factions, and they all come in the rule book bundle. And so right now, this is my battle board. And what you do is you roll a certain amount of dice. They come with these special rune dice, which make it very thematic. And then you lay the dice out in these various, sections in order to activate your units at the top, and then also have very thematic special abilities like Odin and Ragnarok and Thor and Asgard, which give me, extra rolls, extra attacks, stuff like that. So as you can see here, I've already rolled my dice. We're in turn 2, by the way, so that we can learn a little bit. And what happened in turn 1 was basically the Vikings showed up to this little village. I have my Hearthguard moving towards the forest. I've got my 2 warriors units moving up the middle. The warlord has kind of stayed in place and he's just screaming out orders. Another elite Hearthguard here, and my unit of 12 levy archers is trying to make the woods and do some damage there. And in this village, we got 2 hotties over here. He's drinking some beer and just watching the battle. And these are the Irish. So they are the protectors. This is their land. And so you see some javelin throwers. The Irish love javelins. They are amongst the only that can use dogs. So there's a tracker with some dogs. And there's an elite Hearthguard. Some, what are those? Hearthguard. His warlord is charging straight into battle. The warlords, I think, roll 8 dice, so they're very powerful. And then for some reason, the Irish don't really like to use archers. They only have slingers available to them. So he's got a unit of 12 levy slingers over there. So that's the situation so far. We are now in turn 2, and I'll show you how this goes. So here's what I'm going to do. This game allows you to do cool little combos. So what I've set up here, I don't know if I've set it up appropriately, is I want to get this, since I'm first player, and that never changes. That's one thing about the game. I'm going to get these archers into the woods and start firing.
That's my strategy.
I know you're trying, and you're a little closer, I think, than I am. So, but luckily, I'm first player. So, first things first is I'm going to spend one of the dice because this is the activations for levies, and the archers are levies. So I'm gonna put the dice over there to activate them once. So. And when you activate them, you have 4 choices. Move is one of the choices, so I'm going to move them. Boom.
Into the woods.
So they managed to make it into the woods somewhat. So you know what? I think I've already fucked up. I think I needed 3 activations, right? And I only gave myself 2 activations. So I might want to move 1 over. So as long as I have
attack once, is that what you?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do, and we'll see if it works. Okay, so just because we're new and we're learning the game, I'm gonna take one of these dice and put it over here because I needed 3 activations to pull this off. But that's what I would have done. I'm testing out the game. No, I think I'm about to fuck myself because the more you act in this game. In normal games, you move a unit, that's done. You know, that motherfucker's done for the whole game. In this game, you can go, 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 go. But the more go you go, you're taking fatigue, right? But I planned this out somewhat cleverly where I can start removing fatigue. So we moved up once. Now, let's move up again because so they're going to take fatigue. Do they actually need to move 3 times? 12 inches. 12 inches. These back guys can't reach, but the front guys can. And go ahead and reposition him. I'm wondering in this game, is it if one guy can shoot, they all can shoot, or does it have to be everybody? So let me look under shooting real quick. If you will look under page 22, I think it is. Targeting a unit. When one unit wants to shoot at another, they must be within range and have line of sight. Your unit can only aim at a single enemy, cannot split. Line of sight. Simply an imaginary line connecting the shooter must not be obstructed by anything. What obstructs line of sight? All figures, friendly or enemy. The space between the 2 figures in the same unit. The second time the line of sight crosses the edge of an area of high terrain. So high terrain. Are woods high terrain? We would check that. Woods are high terrain. So the second time that line of sight crosses the edge of an area in high terrain. Okay. So no, I can do it. And we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you see what that's saying? It's cleverly taking a lot of things into account. Let's say that these 6 archers didn't make the woods, and they're behind here. Their line of sight would cross one edge and then a second edge out of the woods. So then that would be obstructed. But because these 6 are only crossing one edge of the woods, it's okay. So only these 6 are going to fire. That's how I'm doing that.
So if you're across the edge, you can fire, but if you're not, then it's high terrain.
I'm thinking. Now, I still have the option to move them all the way up so that all of them can fire, but we'll see first. Measuring. Therefore, choosing whether to attack, you can choose to check the number of figures in range. Yeah, they do it by individual figures. I like that. That's more thematic, more realistic. All right, the attacker must work out how many figures are going to be shooting. A figure in the shooting unit must have line of sight and be in range in order to participate. Okay. Now, how many combat dice do you roll? Levies is half the number of models. So that would, if 6, I would only be rolling 3 dice. Right? If I move them again and get everybody involved, then I could do, what is 12? 6 dice, right? So the most I could get is 6 dice. And I kind of want to get 6 dice. So let's look at what fatigue is and how fatigue affects our units. Because let's go to fatigue. Resting and fatigue.
All dust. Thank you for the subscribe.
Thank you. All dust. Appreciate you supporting the show directly on Table Time. What is fatigue? Well, you've got some tokens. Accumulating fatigue. All right. Here are some circumstances. When a unit has 3 fatigue markers, it is exhausted. There are dire consequences to accumulating too much fatigue. Here are the circumstances where you add fatigue. A unit takes a fatigue after each activation to move, charge, or shoot if they have already been activated to move, charge, or shoot. A unit takes a fatigue at the end of the melee they participated in. A unit takes a fatigue each time a friendly unit is destroyed within short range. Okay, so there's a little mini game going on where each unit has a pool of up to 3 fatigue before they become in dire situation.
Before it actually affects them?
Before, they become exhausted is what it was called. So, exhaustion. Well, what are the dire consequences? Well, an exhausted unit can only be activated to rest. All other actions are forbidden. Once the unit has 2 or less fatigue, it can be activated normally. A unit which starts combat exhausted has a -1 modifier to all attack dice during melee. And check this out. During step 3 of a hand-to-hand combat, rather than using a Saga ability, a player can use the fatigue of an enemy unit they are engaged with to do one of the following. Increase their armor by 1 or decrease the enemy armor by 1. You can choose a different effect each time you use a fatigue. So if I had 2 fatigue on me when you charged me and started fighting me, you could lower my armor by 2 if you wanted.
Does that fatigue go away?
Yeah, I think it gets spent at that moment. Well, I don't know. I don't want to say that. No, I think it just stays there. You have to actually spend an activation to rest them to get rid of that. Yeah. Using fatigue during shooting. During step 2 of a shooting attack, rather than using a Saga ability, the defender can use the shooting attacker's fatigue to increase their armor by +1 against their shots. So let's play out the game like we should, right? I'm going to activate this archer unit 3 times. So I'll go ahead. That way I can get 6 dice. So I'm going to place them here. I'll move the tree. So we're going to move them 6. They're at the edge of the forest so that they should gain whatever the forest, helps them out with, if it's with cover. So I did your strategy before you could do it. But it's good to know that you were thinking of it. All right. So then they gain 1 fatigue, right? Because they moved for a second time, and that would require a second dice. Now, finally, 3rd dice, right? So I'm going to activate them again in order to shoot them. Now, they won't gain the 2nd fatigue until they're done, but they have 1 fatigue now, so that will affect their roll. So we already determined. Let's go ahead and let's shoot. Which one should we shoot? Your slingers or your Hearthguard? If we can kill 1 Hearthguard, I mean, we're going to receive counterfire from the archers. Let's shoot the Hearthguard.
Damn it.
Yeah.
So
I'm thinking the woods can protect me, if you start firing at me. And here we go. So I'm going to roll. You're going to have +1 armor because of my 1 fatigue. All right. Let's see what that did. So 12 models firing, and they're levies, so it's for shooting, it's half that for the number of dice. All right. Attack rolls. Or abilities and fatigue. Starting with the attacker, both players may take turns triggering a Saga ability. Okay, so actually, this enriches the tactics and strategy more. Because look, I'm going to activate this. Oh, that's for melee only, son of a bitch. Here's an activation. So I could have put this dice here if it was an S, and it would have removed the fatigue. But I put it here, and this says melee only, so I fucked up on that one. And then I put this here so I can get rerolls, but I didn't realize that is also melee only. Fuck. So I misplayed my board quite a bit because I was hoping for rerolls for my ranged by using Uller, but it's for melee. All right, so we'll just have to use the raw roll there. All right, so the attacker throws their dice. Applies modifiers by their weapons, as well as any rerolls they're entitled to. The attacker then compares the final score on each die with the target unit's armor, specifically their armor versus shooting attacks. So if we go into the rulebook, your armor on the Irish Hearthguards versus shooting is, you got heavy weapons, is 5. Wow. So only 5s would hit. But if you'll remember, my unit has 1 fatigue, which increases his armor by 1,
so
which means only 6s hit. So that was a terrible idea to try to fire at the Hearthguard. So 1 hit. Let's see what happens. Defense rolls. Now that the attacker has done their worst, the defender must try and stop the hail of missiles. They will roll their defense dice in order to try to cancel the attacker's hits. For this, they take 1 defense dice for each hit inflicted by the attacker and add them to any defense dice acquired previously. The defender throws these dice and applies all the modifiers and rerolls they're entitled to. So just take 1 dice, and you're looking for a result of 4 or more.
All right, here we go.
3 or more if they're in cover.
Hey!
God damn it.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. So they make this very, very simple. If you're in cover, it is just a 3. If you're not in cover, it's a 4. Because everybody's a human in this game. You know what I mean? There's not anything crazy. Oh boy, not good. And I pretty much spent all my board trying to set that up, and I set it up poorly. But you know what? These dice do get saved for future turns. So when melee does happen, I can get that going. I do have one more dice. I'm going to activate either my Warlord or a unit of Hearth Guard. And I will activate a unit of Hearth Guard because I can already tell the strategy in this game is pretty good. Because, like, I fucked that up, right? So these guys are in danger. I can either move my Warlord or my Hearth Guard. I think my Hearth Guard are going to need to move forward to react to whatever, to kind of make up for my fuck up here. So. Hearth Guard are moving forward to support the archers. That's my turn. Now it's Patrick's turn.
All right, let's see where we go.
Oh, I don't suffer a -1. You should have hit on 5s, not 6s. AJ, that attack wrong. You don't suffer -1. Okay, well, then that would mean Patrick would just need to roll one more dice. Pat, if you just roll one more dice while I double check this time.
It's a 1.
Why wouldn't I get... Hold on. I think you're wrong. I think Trish time is wrong. Okay, no problem. This will give us time to check it out. Okay, the reason why I got a -1 was under step 2 of shooting fatigue, right? A fatigue attack, please. Page 32. During a shooting attack, it increases their armor by +1 against their shots. No, so I'm correct. So get this, Tristan. What you need to understand is it increases their armor. When I shoot, the number that I'm rolling on the dice, I'm looking to try to equal his armor. So his armor right now on Hearth Guards with heavy weapons is in parentheses 5. So I'll show you on the book here. So Hearth Guard. So these are the Irish Hearth Guard. They're the heavy weapons variety. Their armor in against melee is 4 to hit them in melee. Against shooting, it's 5, which actually turns into 6 because of the +1 to his armor. So that's why I needed to roll 6s. So you're fine.
So I was good?
Yeah, you're good.
Nice. All right. I'm back to my move.
Because when you're shooting, the number on the die that I'm rolling to try to get a casualty. Oh wait, no, that's an armor roll. Okay, hold on. I guess I didn't understand it. So your armor roll. Oh, it's +1. No. I think you're right, Tris. So the armor, the armor never gets modified. It's his armor roll that gets modified +1, right? Or is it the other way around? Well, we have to read it exactly. Hold on. So, using fatigue during a shooting attack. The defender can use the attacker's fatigue to increase their armor by +1 against their shots. So you're increasing your armor. What he's doing is a defense roll. Armor is not a defense roll. You're thinking of other games. You know what I mean? Defense rolls. Now that the attacker has done their worst, the defender must stop the hail of missiles. They take 1 defense dice for each hit inflicted. The defender throw these dice and apply modifiers, which are Saga abilities. And all you're doing is you're looking for a 4 or more. So it's like every unit like the armor, it doesn't get modified. Yeah, they used terminologies from other games. Okay.
All right.
We're good.
All right. So I'm gonna move. So what is my disadvantage if I try to fight these guys?
Okay, so you could shoot them right now, right? Because they are in long range. Show me the long range. Can even the guys in the back hit? Yeah. Okay, so that's all 12. Your only negative then, thank you, Icy Cynical.
I see.
Your only thanks for all the content. Keep it up, man. Your only negative is that I'm in woods, which gives me cover, and whatever cover. Light cover has no effect, but if the defender is situated entirely within a piece of terrain offering solid cover, they cancel any hits suffered on a 4 or more instead of a 5 or more.
So I have to hit 5 or more.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to...
Light cover, undergrowth, and woodland. So, are you saying the woods give me no benefit? Cover. 2 types of cover, undergrowth and woodland, solid, rocky, walls, palisade. Ah, well then what the fuck is the point in going in the woods? A unit in cover increases 0. If a defending unit is in an area offering cover, they cancel hits on 3 or more. Yeah. I guess I have no benefit. Go ahead.
Well, all right. I'm going to use activation of the levies to attack.
Yep.
And then I also want to use my Furblog, which is shooting gain 3 attack dice, and then if I'm using a deer, which I am, each attack die which scores 6 or more inflicts an additional automatic hit. So I'm using the ability which I gain 3 attack dice, and then I'm using this buck, this deer, and since I'm using the deer, I get each attack die which scores 6 or more inflicts an additional automatic
cool. You're
hit.
looking for criticals. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
for
fine.
Critties. All right, so I'm throwing...
Alterax 1, thank you very much. 30 months. Boom.
30 months, man. Thanks, bro. So I'm throwing 6 dice.
6 dice, yeah. 12 slingers. These slingers are fucking throwing rocks at me.
I'm David and Goliath, baby. All right, here we go.
Okay, so let's see what happens first. Don't move them so that we know. Okay, so you're shooting, and did you have any bonus attack dice?
Oh, I had 3 bonus attack dice.
Okay, so grab 3 more and throw them in there. Make sure they don't hit the other dice.
Oh, God damn it.
All right. Oh, check this out. If the combat pool exceeds 8 dice, remove any excess. A unit can never have a maximum of 8d6 in their combat pool during a shooting attack. So you rolled 1 too many dice, but that's fine because none of them made it. So 8 is the maximum this game ever allows to roll, even when you're adding. All right. Starting with the attacker, both players may take turns triggering a Saga ability. That means the attacker can trigger one, then the defender, then the attacker, blah, blah, blah. Back and forth until you're done triggering abilities that may help, boost this. Now we do the attack rolls. Rolls are dice. So you can boost up your dice past 8, but that's only with Saga abilities, and you can never go past 16.
Okay. But yeah, so that was a Saga ability, right?
Yep. So that would have been fine.
So yeah.
During this step, the attacker throws their attack dice, which is to say their dice in the combat pool. First, however, they must check that the number of dice is not more than double the initial combat pool, because you can't have more than double the initial combat pool. The attacker rolls all their dice and applies any modifiers given to their weapons, as well as rerolls they're entitled to. The attacker then compares the final score on each dice with the target unit's armor, specifically their armor versus shooting. Each die, which has a score equal to or higher than the unit's armor, have been applied as a hit. Okay, so we have to go to the Vikings on this and see what their armor on the archers are. So my levies, bowmen are 3. 3s will hit. So holy fuck, you've hit with every single one except for 1. So you've got 7 hits.
Plus 2 criticals.
Oh fuck. Plus 2 critical. 7, 8, 9. You've got 9 hits, buddy. Oh shit, Patrick might.
Well, you gotta see defensive roll. That's gonna.
Yeah. So defensive roll, which I thought that Woods would give me cover, and that's why we were both racing there.
Trish.
You get a chance to cancel any hits now because you're in cover. If you was in solid cover as well, you would also get a +1 armor whilst in the terrain. Under cover, the bottom paragraph. So what does that effectively mean? The fact that I am in cover. There's light cover and solid cover. What does this light cover of Woods
That'd be
specifically
solid cover,
mean?
right?
Light cover has no effect on hand-to-hand. If the okay, yeah, sure, that makes sense. But what about shooting? Cover. 3 or more in cover. Okay. So I, yeah. So the defender throws these dice. So I got hit with how many? 9, right? Or what was it? 8. Or no, 7.
7, 8, 9 plus the 2 crits because I got
Because 2 crits, right? So 9. So this is 6, 7, 8, 9. So I've got 9 dice in my hand. I'm just gonna roll it. Okay, and it says the defender throws these dice and applies all modifiers and rerolls which they're entitled to thanks to Saga abilities or special rules. If both players must apply modifiers to these dice, okay. Once this is done, each dice showing a result of 4 or more, 3 or more if the defender is in cover. So 3 or more will do some cancels.
Damn.
3s will cancel. So that the Woods do help quite a bit.
Yeah.
I rolled really well too, actually.
Yeah,
so
you did.
I've got 6 blocks, 7 blocks. 7 blocks to 9 hits. 2 go through and 2 die. So clear your dice. I got hit with a rock in the face. My face exploded. Okay.
All right, so that removes this one from me, and then we move on.
Yeah, with the rest of your activation dice, you can throw some more fucking rocks if you have. Oh, you don't have any more in the levies
No, I
area.
don't have any more.
I like this that you could do multiple activations with a unit. You just like fuck it, put some more rocks in if you set it up.
All right, so I want to activate these warriors right here on the right flank.
Do you want to look at a charge?
Oh yeah, what can I do with charge?
Okay, let's see what charge does. Charging. One of the most gratifying moments is Saga when you send your best units to destroy their enemies, blah, blah, blah. Charge activation. Charge distance. A figure's usual charge distance will usually be written along the lines of a unit charges M, which means all the figures in the unit move M when they charge. This distance can be increased, usually by being mounted, or even reduced. Charge distance and movement are two different. Figures' charge distance is always the furthest they can travel. How to charge. Basic charge distance is M. So basically, I guess it's just a movement.
Except for the wolves, which are large.
Large. The wolves can charge at long. Okay.
But I wouldn't even be able to.
You'd have to wait. Yeah. So they charge at M.
What's up?
They charge at M movement.
Yeah. Except for the Irish Wolfhounds. They have a special rule.
Right.
On page 39 of the...
I know. So, if you were to charge, choose one of your figures in your unit, place a measuring stick corresponding to their charge distance in base contact with them, and move the model along the stick until they're in base contact with at least one model of your choice from the target unit that they can reach. You may never bend the ruler. The figure must move in a straight line. At no point may the figure cross impassable terrain or be in contact with any enemy figures except those in the target unit. If this move does not allow the figure to make contact with any models from the target, the charge activation is canceled. This usually happens when the opponent uses the unit's fatigue to reduce its charge distance. Well, you don't have any fatigue. Once the charge move has been made, choose another figurine and move it according to the rules above. It must end this move within very short of another figure, which is within 2 inches, and within short of the first figure that was moved. If, while following these rules above, the figure can come into base contact with a figurine, it must do so. If a figure cannot end its charge in base contact with an enemy figure, it will move as far as possible. So you're going to need to get at least one figure to touch, and then you need to get at least a second figure at least 2 inches away of another figure, and within 4 inches of the first figure. And then if you're going to do melee, then you only do the ones that are in base-to-base contact.
All right, so I'm not going to do that.
Your charge would probably only end up doing 1 or 2 guys hitting mine. But I do like how this game is like, you know, you got to get into base-to-base contact and count only the ones that are in base-to-base contact.
I will go ahead and use that to move them. I have one more activation for warriors. I'm going to use that to move these guys up.
There's also some cool shit called close ranks. You have to ask your opponent, are you closing ranks, you cowardly wench?
A wench? Oh, shit. Fighting words.
If you close ranks, you get more defense, but fewer attack dice.
So I think I'm going to go ahead and charge these guys.
Yeah. This is going to be bad for my archers because the Hearthguard, I think, can roll 8 dice for each guy that can touch. Yeah, those 2 are definitely in. And then, yeah, they got to get at least within. Yeah, so we know those 2 won't be able to get into combat, but they're legal in getting the rest.
So that was my. Or no, that was the one for the charge.
Okay, so I think at the end of the charge, combat happens. Once the charge movement has been resolved, a melee immediately follows between the two units in contact with each other. So that's page 26. Resolving a melee. Like shooting, hand-to-hand combat follows a process divided into several steps, resolving one after the other. Step 1. Close ranks. During the first stage of combat, the defender has a chance to close ranks. It is traditional for the attacker to ask the defender if they want to close ranks, generally by asking yes or no question like, are you closing ranks, you cowardly wretch? And this option allows the defender, usually the unit being charged, although some Saga abilities and special rules can change it, to adopt a defensive posture, sacrificing some of their attacks to improve their chances of surviving the impact of the charge. In game terms, a unit which closes ranks counts as being in solid cover for the duration of the melee. Yes, I want to close ranks. These archers cannot handle a charge from your elite forces. A unit which is already in solid cover can choose to close ranks, but will not gain any extra advantage. All right, so now we know I have closed ranks. Assembling the combat pool. The attacker and defender each collect the attack dice granted by the figures taking part in the melee. All the figures from both units participate, even if they are not directly in contact with the enemy. So I was wrong about that. So if you want to charge those guys, you can. Let's do this one first, though.
Yeah.
So all you need to do is get, if I remember right, get one unit touching, and then get another unit within 2 inches of that first touching. Yeah. All right. So your warlord gets 8 dice. Okay, your warlord's not there. Hearth guards get 2 dice each. So I was wrong about that. So you get
8.
Well, you get 4, right? Yeah, you get 8 because remember everybody's involved. My levies would get 6, but I chose to close ranks, so I think I might get fewer. Let's see. Blah, blah, blah. Next, add any bonus attack dice granted by the Saga ability or special rule which launched the charge, or one which was triggered previously. Once this is done, the defender closed ranks. They must discard half their attack dice, rounding up. So I have 6. Now I'm only having 3. These dice are lost for good, but the loss is made up for by an improved chance of canceling any hits the defender suffers. All right. Then we do Saga abilities. Let's see. I am going to do... our turn is almost over, so I might as well use this ability. Uller, in melee, you may re-roll all of your attack dice which do not score a hit. So maybe I shouldn't have closed ranks. I'm not gonna close ranks, so I'm gonna get the 6 dice. All right, and so now we roll. Okay, and let's move our dice aside. Okay. Defense rolls. Wait. Each player rolls their attack die. The attacker applies all the effects which modify the result of the dice. Once the attacker is finished, the defender does the same thing, applying effects. Each player compares the final result of each die to the opposing unit's armor. So the armor of your guys were... heavy weapons are 4 in melee. The armor of my levies is 3 in melee. Why is it -1?
Fatigue?
Yes. So I think, well, let's figure out fatigue in a second. So you need 3s right now, and I need 4s right now.
Yeah.
So I will. Let's get rid of the dice that don't satisfy it. Well, don't get rid of them because you might have 4s. All right, let's look at what fatigue does. Okay, fatigue in melee. Do one of the following, Patrick. Increase your armor by 1 or decrease my armor by 1. What do you want to do?
Decrease your armor by 1.
Okay, so 2s and above will hit.
Nice.
All right, so go
Everything.
ahead. All right, that's cool. And now we do defense rolls. So I took how many hits? 8, and you took 2. So go ahead and clear that. I took 8, and you took 2. So now we do our defense rolls.
Oof.
Hey, I got 1.
1.
So, and you got, I needed 4s. So I block 4, and I take 4. So I killed one of your guys for you killing 4 of mine. If the unit close ranks or is in solid cover, they cancel hits on 4 or more. Oh, wait. In defense, it's different. Once this is done, each die which scores a result of 5 or more cancels one of the hits. So I needed to be rolling 5s, which I think I still got it right. So 4 of mine are dead, and 1 of yours is dead. Now, in certain miniatures games, it does sometimes matter where you're removing stuff from, but I don't think it says, oh, it does. Removing casualties. Certain abilities or rules can cancel losses. Each player, starting with the defender, must remove a figure from their unit for each hit suffered. The choice of which figure remove is left to the player with the following conditions. You cannot remove a figure if it breaks the unit's formation, so I can't do like 2 and then leave 2 way over there. You must leave at least 1 figure in contact with the enemy while respecting previous conditions. Okay, cool. And that is the side which caused the most casualties is the winner of the melee, and their opponent is the loser. If there's a tie, then neither side is the vanquisher or vanquished. I guess that results for like other abilities that fire off on who won or lost. If a unit has eliminated all the figures it was fighting, it wins the melee no matter how many casualties were suffered. Okay. If both sides annihilate each other, neither side is the vanquisher or vanquished. All right, end of combat. Each unit engaged in melee, starting with the attacker, suffers a fatigue. To mark this, simply place a fatigue token near the unit. So you have a fatigue, and I have a fatigue. Oh, look at that, because, yeah, I did some more fighting. We switched to our swords.
Yeah.
And I'm getting tired. If neither unit was completely eliminated, one side will have to break contact with a withdrawal. Generally, the loser will have to withdraw. However, there are a few specific instances where it's not the case. If the melee was drawn, the attacker must withdraw. If it's a draw. If it's a tie, you leave. If the defender benefited from solid cover and the attacker does not outnumber them, the attacker withdraws. If either unit was completely destroyed, there is no withdrawal. Withdrawal. Withdrawal is a move which brings a melee to an end, and it does not count as a movement or an activation. When a unit withdraws, their player begins by moving the figure furthest away from the enemy unit they have just fought. The figure must make a move of S. That's 4 inches, right?
Yeah.
All right. Run away! Run away! Let's get the fuck out of here! These Irish are no joke. Run, you fools. Okay, that's a withdrawal. Yep, and that's it. Cool.
All right, and then... Oh, yeah, I still have 1 more to move these guys up.
Someone reminded me as rerolls on his 4 missed attacks from his Saga ability. Oh yeah, my rerolls. So I missed 4, and remember that I used that Saga ability. So let's see if I kill any more. Hey, I got 1. So, but you still get a defense roll.
Just 1?
I think it's 5s or above. So another one got killed because of my ability. Oh, thank God I did that ability. Okay, and then in melee, because look at this. Check this out. In melee, remove a fatigue from your unit or gain 3 attack dice. Oh, I could have gone up on you even more with Frig. Let's do it. Let's try. So you killed 4 of my models. I killed only 2 of yours. Or I can remove a fatigue. I'm going to remove a fatigue because I've got 2 fatigue. So, and I'm about to get exhausted if I get a 3rd one. So I'm going to remove a fatigue. I'll give your guys a break.
All right. Goddamn.
Yeah, the Vikings are fucking. The Vikings are definitely attack based.
And that's it for my turn.
All right. Well, now that was the end of turn 2 of 6. So we're moving on to turn 3. Okay, now is where it gets real strategic. If I fuck up, then it's gonna be bad. One possible move is killing off the rest of those with my hearth, but I don't think I'm in range of that. Yeah, because it was only 6. Yeah, I can get 1 guy in, so that would work.
I'm gonna go get some more beers. You want one?
Yes, sir.
Right,
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. Roger, I can't help you, man. I'm busy, dude. All right. Let's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna roll my abilities, and we got all those, and we'll start delving out. Herdman Bondi. Let's activate 2 of those, and let's go reroll attacks and gain some attack. Yeah. He's, yeah. Thank you. I also need to go to the bathroom. I will be right back.
Oh man, Trish, let me tell you, man. So, I'm getting off work, and like for some reason, I just wanted a hamburger from a specific place, and so I took a route I usually don't go, and I was just on the access road of the highway, like 2 blocks away from the burger place, and this girl just gets off the highway and just right in front of me, just cuts all lanes. We hit. My car is just totally, the front end is totally smashed in. Fucking, I don't know. Let me see if I can get this picture of this, and like, My car's pretty old, so like I hit my knee pretty dang good. Let me see. Which one? Is it this one?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, that's my knee right there. This way.
That way. Holy shit.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah, so that was the injuries right there. So I was recovering from that for a while. And yeah,
I've only been in 2 wrecks in my life, and luckily I didn't get hurt. It was just the car that got all crumpled up.
fucking was not fun.
All right, let's see if we can speed this along so we can play some Modern Warfare. Okay, so I've set my dice for the turn. Go ahead and roll your 6 and then set your dice. Concrete. Yeah, people in Texas can't drive. People in Colorado can't drive either. In fact, that's probably everywhere. Northern Ontario. Can't drive. I wonder which place is the best driver. Let's see. Probably some European country where everybody is extremely structured and polite. Maybe, I don't know, Denmark are the best drivers. Norway, Sweden. Can the Irish stop the Viking invasion? Well, you have a clue about what I'm going to do, right? Or at least you should know that I'm going to charge my Hearthguard into your Hearthguard. Is there anything that you can do to help or stop it? Maybe countercharge with your Warlord, kill them all off. Boost whatever. Finland is full of BMW drivers. It's definitely not us. Is that where you're from? Atlas. I love the way those smell. Smell some.
It's like campfire.
It's like cedar. Campfire, yeah. Or camping too. Yeah, Goonie. Every time I drive, I treat it like a video game. Like I am literally hyper aware of everybody at all times and what my escape plan is. I always have an escape plan. I treat it like a video game.
All right, I'm set up.
Okay, now let's do activations. I got like everything about it except for the fact that I'm always getting to go first.
Yeah.
It feels like if you were to maybe spend your dice in a certain way, then maybe you can grab initiative, right? That'd be cool.
Yeah, I'm definitely on the. I was very offensive in the beginning, but now I'm feeling very defensive.
Okay, but if you look here, with only 6 dice, because with only 6 dice, because I expended a lot of my dice before and I had no dice to put in that special area, I'm going to be very limited this turn. So hopefully you can do a lot to counter what I'm doing. So I put 2 into my Hearthguard. So I'm going to activate my Hearthguard, obviously, twice.
Good.
So I'm going to move and charge with the Hearthguard is basically what I'm doing. So let's zoom in on this. Because the Hearthguard are going to help out the archers who are running away. So the Hearthguard, actually, I only need to charge, and I'm in contact. So maybe I can get 2 attacks out of this, or move somebody else. I'll probably move somebody else. All right, so...
So after that movement, I want to do my Sons of Dana.
Oh, what is Sons of Dana?
So trigger this ability after enemy movement activation.
Yeah.
If activated, unit ended their movement within an S of a uneven terrain,
Yeah.
I resolve a shooting attack against this unit. For this attack, you get 4 bonus attack dice.
Oh shit! But okay, so these guys are gonna throw rocks into us.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: can you throw rocks into your own guy? Your own 2 guys are gonna get hit in the back of the head with rocks, aren't they?
I mean, I have pretty good line of sight right there, right?
Well, hold on. So let's go over to the shooting section and see what it says about that. Let's see. When wants to shoot at another, they can only aim at a single enemy. Line of sight. So we do line of sight. All figures, friendly or enemy, except those in the shooting unit. What obstructs line of sight? All figures, friendly or enemy, except those in the shooting unit. So your guys are obstructing line of sight because you have friendly figures in between me and you. What does that do? The line must not be obstructed by anything. So you could shoot at them if you were to the left. If you were to the left or the right, you can fire shots in. But because you're directly behind them, your guys are going to block line of sight.
So
To my unit,
so I
yeah,
can't
because
use-
your unit is in between my unit and your unit, and so that is obstructed. Now, let's say that your dogs over here were archers, right? They could fire at them. You see this?
Yeah.
Because there's no unit in between. Your warlord could fire at them because there's no unit in between. But of course, none of those have archers.
So instead,
But it says earlier that line of sight is measured individually. Okay, let's. I don't know about that. Oh, you're right. Line of sight is simply an imaginary straight line connecting the shooter to their target. Is it individuals? Huh. Okay. Well, in that case, that makes things tougher. I'm not sure if I like that. I kind of like the... Well, I can't have it both ways, right? Because sometimes I like when it's like, okay, the whole unit can attack. Like in the charging, I like that the whole unit can attack.
Yeah.
But in shooting, it's going to be hard because it's like, all right, so these 2... So those 4 can't shoot. See, I'm using a laser pointer now, if that's the truth, right? So that guy on the end is clipped by, or is he? Because if you measure him from that side to that side, right, that one is blocked, that one is blocked, that one is blocked. But if you choose the guy on the end, see, that gets super messy, and that's why I think it should be.
Yeah, it's a little convoluted.
I'm going to read it again. When one unit wants to shoot at another, see, they're talking about a whole unit, they must be within range and have line of sight to at least one of the figures in the target. Oh, okay. Well, you do have that. These conditions only apply to units that are shooting. Your unit can only aim at a single enemy during a shooting activation. It cannot split. And then we have line of sight. What obstructs line of sight? Okay. Well, in this game, it is fucking hard. You just have to be gentlemen and agree, right? So I would say you're gonna get, because I mean, if we just, well, fuck. You know what? Your whole fucking unit can technically
Fight those 2.
those 2 on the end, which means you get all your dice, if I'm understanding it correctly, right?
Yeah, if I have
Because
line of
it's
sight.
like, okay, so, but let's say it's like this, right? Now you only get 1 or 2, right? Okay, that makes sense. I'm down with that. All right, so all your guys can fire.
So that's
So
6.
remember, it's, yeah, you have the number with levies, so that's 6 dice.
And I get 4 bonus attack dice.
Yeah, so you're going to get 10 dice. Holy shit. Your ability, that ability is powerful. I'm scared of that one.
I have to protect my
Rocks incoming. Oh my god. Oh
That's a lot of
my god.
That's a shit ton of
Holy
force.
shit. I'm about to think. Okay, so that's how many hits? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many did you roll? You rolled 6 plus 4?
Yeah,
Okay.
not 10.
10. So you got 9 hits.
Oh, yeah, 'cause
Okay, 9 hits. Now, Now, because there were 2 that were outside of the cover, right? And remember, when we were drawing line of sight, we were drawing it to that guy,
Yeah.
right? So, what's difficult is, does that mean that the 2 guys that are in cover in the woods don't get better rolls, or does the whole unit get better rolls? When you're doing these individual things, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's where it gets messy, and we would need the designers of the game to show up. See, this is why I don't like the placement of a defending unit can have an impact on the effectiveness of shooting.
Interpretation.
So, yeah, here's what a figure is considered to be in an area of terrain as long as part of its base is within a terrain piece. Right. So, there's 2 guys, though, that are outside of that terrain, Tristan. So, here's how I'm going to rule it. We're going to go a little at a time, right?
Yeah.
So, the ones that are not in the terrain, we're rolling for first until they all die off.
Okay.
And then the ones in the terrain will roll.
Okay.
That seems fair. So, let's see if these 2 guys, so we can roll 2 dice because 2 of them are out there, right? They both die. Oh, man, these fucking rocks are crazy. All right, now the ones that are in cover. So now I can roll the rest of the dice because they're all taking all this damage. Well, that's much better.
Yeah.
So the cover would have gave them cancel hits on a 4 or more. So I just cancel 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of the 7 hits. 6 of the 7 hits. So 1 more. Wow. What an amazing roll.
Ooh,
Only
Lord.
1. 1 does actually survive. Oops.
Makes it more of an even fight. Well, depending on what you do. So I have to take that. That was my Saga power. So now it's back on your end?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wait.
Or does one of us retreat?
Are you done?
No,
Oh,
I just activated the Saga power because you moved.
Oh, right. And what did that Saga power say?
Saga power is trigger this ability after an enemy movement activation. If the activated unit ended their movement within S of an area of uneven terrain, resolve a shooting attack against this unit.
Okay.
For this attack, you get 4 bonus dice.
Okay, so now we're only resolving an attack of 2 dice from one of the Hearthsguard, and you are also rolling as well because it's a melee. So the first thing I need to ask you is, are you closing ranks, you coward?
What does the closing ranks mean again?
Having your attack dice, but giving you a +1 to your defense?
Yeah, I'm gonna close ranks.
Okay, coward.
Coward.
All right, so I roll and you roll. So I got 2 hits.
I'm rolling 2 as well. Or
Yep.
just 1.
What?
I'm rolling 2 or 1.
Your whole member in a charge. Everybody is participating. So you're rolling 4 dice. Okay, so you got 3 hits to my 2 hits. Okay. So now we need to see if we can cancel these. So roll to cancel.
I'm rolling 3.
Yeah, you're rolling 3. Or no, no, I'm rolling 3 and you're rolling 2. Okay. Oh shit. I think we canceled all of our hits. So I think nobody takes any damage. Right? No, because because in a melee. Okay, see, this is the only thing I don't like about the game is that there's hanging rules that are different here and there because they don't want to put stat lines on a single unit. Because it's easy. It's like, okay, these wolf guys, they die on a 4+. You know what I mean? That's way easier than having to remember, okay, in melees,
different variable.
Each die with a result of 5 or more after modifiers have been applied cancels one of the hits suffered by a unit. So I cancel 2 of your hits, but take 1 damage. But I only have 1 guy left, which means I die. However, because I was in cover, then I cancel hits on 4 or more. So in this instance, I blocked all of your hits. In your instance, you blocked 1 of my hit, the 6, but not that 4. So you lose a guy. So now I win the combat. And you retreat.
Damn.
Woohoo!
How far do I retreat? Small?
Yeah, small.
Damn.
This game in its messy terms. I agree the game has some messy terms, but I really like I like other aspects of it. And once you wrap your head around it, then I think you're good.
Well, damn.
So you did the withdrawal. This figure must make a move of small directly away from the closest figure in the enemy unit they fought. Where did he go? He's got to go directly away. What does that mean? Yeah, I mean, I guess
back.
that's. I mean, that doesn't count as directly away.
You want me to be right here?
Yeah. I want you to go back to your table edge.
All right, so right here.
Yeah, I think. Okay. All right. So that it's still my turn. Oh.
Because I did.
I fucked up. Look at that. I fucked up all that shit.
Oh, damn.
I was supposed to use all my board because I was putting everything into that attack.
Yeah.
Well, what would I have? It was you may re-roll your attack dice, which do not score a hit, and then remove fatigue or gain 3 attack dice. Well, I think you're gonna attack me somewhere else, so I'm not gonna use those right now. Cause you know what? Those are banked for future turns, so I'm fine. All right, my turn is over. Okay. It's actually your turn.
All right.
So see how I'm using that defensively. So I'm going to use these defensively. I like that. Yeah, we heard. We're going to put up a video on it later. That's unfortunate. What do you think of it, Zernaxasher? Ashier? How do you say your name? I want to know your opinion on it.
Okay, I'm going to move these guys.
Mm-hmm.
Right here, this one. And then I'm going to use my second activation for the Hearth Guards to charge.
Oh, shit.
Right here.
Yep.
So.
Your Hearthguard versus my Hearthguard again. Getting revenge. That guy ran away.
There we go. Alright.
You're doing 8. I'm going to go ahead and fire off all my abilities.
Oh, shit. Here
So
we
I'm
go.
going to go gain 3 attack dice from Frigg,
fuck.
and I'm going to gain rerolls from Ullr. So my single guy is being fucking buffed by fucking
Super
Thor
buff.
himself. He gets 2 dice plus the 3 dice from the ability, so I get 5 to your 8.
One-man army.
One-man army. Here we go. So when you're hitting on, let's see, I'm hitting your Hearth Guards on a 4, and you're hitting my Hearth Guards on a 5.
Oh,
Ooh,
shit.
my Hearth Guards are better than yours.
Damn, that's only 1.
Yeah.
Damn. Fuck.
Is that right? Yeah.
Shit.
Wonder when my Hearth Guards are better, but we're at the same points. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because look at mine on Vikings on page 22. No.
The other book.
The other book. So my armor versus melee is 5. My armor versus shooting is 5, but my aggression is 2. Your Irish units, Hearth Guards, heavy weapons, is 4 versus melee and 5 versus shooting. 2 aggression versus melee and 2 aggression versus shooting. So I guess it's just, that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even though they're equal points, the Irish need to be choosing, I guess, different units. Is there somebody that's just as powerful as my Hearth Guard? Could you have picked other types of Hearth Guard?
I mean, I feel like that's it.
Interesting.
You
It
just
might
figure.
be that your guys are more powerful elsewhere. We're going to have to look into that. So that's like game.
Is that because I have a horse mount
Yeah.
or something?
It might. Irish attack more. Vikings are more armored. Kind of makes sense in the time period. And it might be that his battle board has abilities that are balanced in that way versus my battle board. So we're not going to say it's imbalanced yet. So you only got 1 hit because you need 5s for mine. And then I need 4s for yours. And I get rerolls. So I missed 2 with
Clear mine.
2 rerolls. I got another one from the reroll. So
bless.
4 hits.
Oh my god! So I have to.
Yeah, you gotta
defensive
roll
roll.
4 dice, and you need 5s. Holy shit,
Let's
is this guy
go!
Thor?
Oh my god!
I love this.
OP. No!
He needed 5s. All
Nothing.
4 guys are
Fuck.
dead.
No
Yes.
fucking way!
Let's see if you get a moral
God.
victory and kill my one guy.
Ugh.
You do.
Woo!
We annihilate each other. That guy went out like a fucking
God
boss.
damn, berserker mode.
Funge. Funge.
Oh
And then
my
this
God.
last guy,
Fatality.
fucking amazing.
F for me indeed. F in the chat. Oh. All right.
That was fucking awesome,
God
though. And you know what?
damn.
It feels, to me, it feels earned because I'm the one doing it. But
You pulled
I
out
had to
the-
dump
Yeah.
4 dice that were saved up
Yeah.
in some of my best abilities to do it, and that was one of those epic game moments.
Epic.
And so there's no winner of that combat because we annihilated each other.
Oh, lordy. All right. So, I'm going to
Corn always wins. Yep.
use my levy attack to shoot these guys right here. I should have.
Yeah, I think. Uh-oh. Maybe not. That guy can hit. That guy can hit. That guy can hit. Can that guy hit? Yeah. So I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6. Do you think 6? I can't.
Yeah.
6. Yeah, I think 6.
Let's do it.
All right. So, oh, sorry, I was off camera. God damn it. So basically, what we were measuring is he wants to attack here, and then for shooting, it's individual measurements. So we counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Get off. 7. Yeah, 6.
All right. So that is that only 3 or no?
Yeah, 6. Have the levies. 3.
Yeah, 3. Okay.
Hey, some good rolls. Okay. So versus shooting, it was canceling on 4s, but 3s because I'm in cover. So cancel on 3s. Only 1, 2.
Ah!
So one guy goes down.
All right. Alright, and then for my last.
Trees can only cover so much from rocks. Yep.
Then I'm gonna move my warriors into the woods. Taking a defensive position.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it for me.
Okay. Well then, it is now turn 4, and there's only 2 more turns. You may skip season 4. Thought without Henry may skip, but I'm looking forward to hearing your full thoughts in an upcoming video. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. What do we got? Let's roll the dice. We've got nothing left on the board, so it's only 6 dice. These dice are kind of... I need to wash these dice. They're sticky. All right, those are the symbols that I rolled, and I will distribute the symbols.
Oh, I only have 5 dice now. 'Cause I'm fucking
Right, because you're running out because you got them on the board.
Damn it. Should I just roll mine now too? Or?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's the orders phase. We
Yeah.
both roll them. I'm unsure, Tristan, if it's done simultaneous or is it really rules lawyery where I have to do mine first and Patrick then gets to know every single dice that I place so that he can then counter his. You know what I mean? That would be fucking annoying.
Yeah. Can't believe I lost that whole fucking squad of. Those are fucking the Hearth Guards too. Through the fire and the flames.
All right, I'm going to put one on Thor.
Pressure makes diamonds.
I know. Okay, well let's pretend that I have to do it first. Okay. So I'm putting one on Thor, which means inflict an extra automatic hit for each 6 I roll in combat. And then I'm going to activate, or I'm going to put dice into two dice into warrior activations. Nah, fuck it. We're going 3 dice into warrior activations.
Heavy warrior.
And then we'll go. And then we'll do something clever. We'll do Odin. The shooting unit takes as much fatigue as necessary for it to become exhausted.
What does that mean?
That's not written very well. From what I understand, I can basically just exhaust your archers, but then Odin, shooting reaction. The shooting unit takes as much fatigue as necessary for it to become exhausted. But that's negative for me. So I'm assuming this is targeting one of his units. It's during my shooting, or it's a reaction. Odin. You do it when he declares a shoot. Right. Okay. Yeah. All right, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to do Loki. Loki's fun. Until the end of the melee, gain 2 attack dice each time you trigger a Saga ability or use one of your fatigues, or uses one of your fatigues. And then I will put the last one in reduce your unit's armor by 1 to gain 5 attack dice. Hemdall.
Yeah.
So I did that off camera, damn it. Here's Loki, which allows me to gain attack dice if he tries to use his trickery. And Hemdall, which it's all guts, all glory. All right. I like the board play. It adds a whole new dimension to the game.
Yeah, it's with the different abilities and stuff.
Yeah, I saw that time. We talked about it. Never more than 16 dice in shooting, but it's actually never more than 32 dice in melee.
Okay, that's a lot of dice.
Yeah.
So are you going first?
I rolled too many dice. I don't have... yeah, I do. Because I had nothing on the board. That's all 6 are on the board. Angel OD Mage. Thank you for trying to help, but we got the rules a little better. Oh, I lost a unit. He's right. Angel is a genius. Look at that, Angel. You're a genius, bruh. All right, I tell you what. I'll get rid of the Loki dice. Yeah.
Does that mean I lose a dice too?
No. You lose a die. Did you lose a unit? No, because you're
No, he died.
Oh yeah, you died too.
Yeah.
So you lose a dice too.
So I'm only down to 4 dice unless I use.
Well, you have 8 Saga dice total. You know what I mean? So you can still get a bunch of dice on the board if you are activating this final slot here, which allows you to pick up the unused dice.
Yeah. All right.
Sorry, Tristan.
So
It's hard to pay attention to chat as much as paying attention to running the stream, as much as paying attention to running the game.
So I'm rolling mine now. Is that what's happening, or you still need to finish?
I just rolled all mine. Now you do yours.
All right.
So you roll five of those dice or 4 of those
4,
dice
yeah.
because you only have. Wait, no, it's 5 because we're rolling 6 dice every time.
Okay.
Minus
so
1
that's,
because we just lost 1. So you roll 5.
that works out for me. That's all I had.
Those look all the same. I get you
Those
got
all snakes.
you got
with
5
some-
snakes and
one
one
bird.
bird. The Irish, they like their animals.
Yeah.
next time, tell me what it is you're doing.
Okay,
like I
so,
told you.
Okay, so I'm putting 2 in combat bonus.
Okay. Ooh, combat bonuses, huh?
Yeah, trying to beef up. And then 2 in the warrior activation, and then
2
1.
warriors, yeah.
And then the hearth guard and hero.
And then what are your bonus shit?
My bonuses are here's a meal, which is choose one of your units located entirely within the area of uneven terrain. Until the start of your next turn, no enemy can target it with a shooting attack or charge unless they're within very small range. Then the Wail of the Banshee, which is I gain 2 defensive dice.
Ah, so with that, you kind of fucked my charge over here, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, and then also I have Spirits of the Land, which is if your unit is located within uneven terrain, each of your defense dice gets +1 bonus.
The Irish love being in forests, and that's so thematic. Okay. And then what's the last one there?
The last one was you gain 2 defense dice. Each of your defense dice gets a bonus equal to the number of fatigue tokens the enemy unit has.
Okay. All right. Well, as far as I understand, I go first, so I'm going to activate 1 of my warriors because I've got 3 warrior activations. So I'm going to activate these guys way back here, and we're going to move up 6. Forward, Vikings. Okay. And then we're going to go with another warrior activation. And we've got, what will we do? We'll do a warrior, move.
It's the puppers.
Whoops.
Doggos attack.
Okay, and you know what? I'm gonna fucking charge the dogs before they have an opportunity to charge me. So the Vikings are like the Irish. Why the hell do you bring dogs to the battle? So my last activation for warriors, we're gonna take a charge.
George.
Okay, and I'm gonna get basically everybody involved. And I think that's what they said. No more than short away. Is that why they put that short away thing? When you're charging. Charge activation. So, choose one of the figures in your unit. You do base-to-base contact. Must move in a straight line. If this move does not allow a figure to make contact, the charge activation is canceled. When this charge move is made. Once this charge move is made, choose another figure and move it according to the rules. It must end this move within very short of another figure in its unit which has already moved and within short S of the first figure that was moved. So the first figure S. Yeah. All right. We got it all. Okay. Now, warriors are 1 dice each, so that's 8 attacks. And let's check the board here. So this is basically my one thing I'm doing for this turn. I'm going to reduce my armor by 1 to gain 5 attack dice. So I've got 8 plus 5. 8. 8, 10, 11, 12, 13 dice. 13 dice. Are you using any? Go ahead. So that was my first ability I'm using in this melee. Now you have an opportunity to use an ability in this melee.
I'm going to use Wrath of the Banshee and gain 2 defense dice.
Cool. So that's in addition to whatever hits I get.
Yeah.
Okay, so wait for the hits that I do.
Yeah.
Then it goes back to me, and I'm going to use Thor. Inflict an extra automatic hit for each 6. So basically, I could do crits. Okay, it's to you. Are you using any other abilities?
No.
Okay, then let's do it. Here we go.
I'm rolling 4. Is that right?
Your guys are warriors, so there's 8 dice.
Okay.
Your 8 versus my 8. Now we have to figure out the number, right? In order for you, in order for me to hit your dogs, it's in melee a 4. I need a 4.
Melee, yeah.
In order to hit my Vikings, my Viking warriors, you need a 4.
Okay.
So we're looking for 4s.
4.
Ah. Oh shit.
Ah.
So not as good of a roll as I was hoping for, but I did get 6 hits.
I got 5.
Look at that.
Dang.
Got almost as many hits as I did, and you didn't even have to use. Well, wait. Are you using abilities?
The only ability I'm using is the
Then
2
pull the
defense.
dice off. Pull the
Oh, yeah,
ability, rune dice off.
Yeah.
Okay, so you roll 6 defense dice plus the 2 that you got from your ability. So you're rolling 8 defense dice for my 6 hits.
Okay.
And you hit me how many times?
5.
5, so I'm rolling 5 defense dice. All right, and this is oh, it reduced my armor. That's right. So my armor was reduced by 1.
Oh shit. Oh, I have the other 2 I rolled right here, 4 and 2.
Okay, so the 4 would have hit,
Right.
right? Wait,
This-
4's already hit, right? Why didn't you do that 4? I don't think those are the ones that you rolled.
Maybe not. Should I just roll the 2 again, or how should we do it?
I don't know. If you're gonna re-roll your dice, I'm gonna re-roll mine,
Let's just keep rolling with it.
or we'll keep with what we have.
Yeah.
Okay, let's
just
keep with what we
rolling.
have. All right, so I've got 5 hits to roll, and you've got 6 hits with 8 defense
Yeah.
dice. So, and I'm looking for 4. Oh shit, I fucked up. So I'm taking 4 deaths. And you are taking 4 deaths. Because 4s and above block in melee. Or wait, no, 5s and above block in melee. Yeah, it's 5s and above that block on melee. So you,
3.
yeah, and then mine, I don't get any of these because, yeah. So the nothing. So how many losses did you take?
I had 2, 4, 5.
You took 5 losses, and I took 5 losses. Okay. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow.
Oof.
Okay, well, I lost 5, you lost 5. In a melee, we need to, and then each unit engaged gets a fatigue, so I get a fatigue and you get a fatigue. And then we look for the winner. If there's a tie, neither side is a vanquisher or vanquished. So withdrawal, when a unit withdraws, if the melee was drawn, then the attacker must withdraw. So I have to fall back. God damn, those dogs whooped our ass. So initially we killed a bunch of dogs, but it really drove those dogs into a frenzy. And we need to move small back. What is small? 4 inches.
4 inches.
So I got 3 warriors that are running away from the dogs and 3 dogs that are Bark. Barking. All right. That was my turn. It's your turn.
All right.
And that was the second action for that unit. So, yeah, he has another fatigue. Oh, and I forgot. One automatic hit from the ability. Oh, it wasn't an automatic hit. It was a inflict an extra automatic hit for each 6 rolled on your attack dice. And I don't remember if I rolled a 6. Chad, did I roll a 6? Then you actually lost one more dog. Yeah.
I lost one more dog?
Yeah.
Ah.
Can't remember the rolls. Or yeah, me neither. I can't remember the rolls. I think there was 1 6 in there from Thor.
All right.
This is
Is there
So
any
it
advantage of
wouldn't
me moving and then attacking?
no, because we don't remember exactly. And if I would have got that automatic hit, then you would have ran instead of me running. Put the dog back. It's my fault that I didn't remember my Thor ability. Okay.
So is there any advantage to me moving up and then attacking, or just straight up charging?
Yeah. What you're wondering is there an advantage
To move.
and then
and
charge?
then do-
Well, a move and a charge would require 2 activations,
Right.
and a charge would only require 1.
Right.
So
That's why I'm
there's-
asking if there's
There's the
actual-
benefit. Yeah, but
But-
outside of that, no, I don't think so.
Okay.
So there's basically, you wouldn't get a fatigue.
Okay. So I'm gonna use this one to charge. My
Yeah.
activation. Charge these guys right here.
You've come to save the women.
Okay, and then so we're gonna, and then I want, while I'm attacking, I want to do 1 combat bonus.
Okay. What is the combat bonus?
Gain 1 to attack or defense die. And then
Well, choose it now. Are you getting 1 attack dice or are you getting
Attack.
1 defense dice? Okay, 1 additional attack dice.
And then I'm gonna use okay, so yeah, I'm gonna do that for my attack die, so I get +1 for attack die. And then I'm gonna use Spirits of the Land, which is if I'm entirely within an uneven terrain, each of your defense dice gets a +1 bonus. So that will be for the defense dice roll.
Okay, let's save that until we
Yeah,
get there.
yeah,
So
that's
put
what I
it
was
back on the board.
Okay.
So we can remember
So
one
I'll
thing at
do-
a time. Okay, so right now you've got 8 warriors charging into my Hearthguard. So roll 8 dice, and
Plus
my
1
Hearthguard, +1 attack. So you're rolling 9 dice, and I'm rolling 8 dice. Your 9 dice versus my 8.
No, that was a horrible roll.
Yes, that was.
Gotcha.
And I need 4s, and you need 5s. Remember, because my Hearthguard are elite and heavily armored.
God damn it. Oh, that's right. 5.
So I've got 5 hits.
2 hits.
Fuck. And cover doesn't really do anything for you in melee. It's only for shooting, from what I understand. And so now we do our defense, which is 5s. So you need to roll 5 dice. But here's where you can go ahead and spend that ability,
Yeah, and I get +1 bonus.
which Normally you would have needed 5s. Now you need 4s.
Okay.
So hey,
Still-
yeah, you
all
took
right.
two kills, and let's see if you kill me. I need 5s. That guy covered 1, and I lose 1. So I lose 1 of my guys, and you lose 2 of your guys. So technically, that means I win combat, and you must retreat now. Because I got 2 kills to your 1. Withdraw. Not today, boys. These women are ours.
Okay.
Yep.
Now,
What else you got? And because we were both involved in a melee, I get this exhaustion and you get that exhaustion. Or fatigue.
I want to use my other activation to rest
Okay.
those guys.
So remove all the fatigue. And then what else?
That's it.
Okay. Going into turn 5, there's only 2 turns left. This one and another one. So let's go ahead and set our dice. I'm only rolling 5 dice now because I've lost 1 unit. And you are rolling 5 dice because you've lost 1 unit. Okay.
It's all snakes, for real? Sneaky snakes.
Okay, I think I know what I'm gonna do. Okay, we're gonna do the ones that help me re-roll. And we're going to lower my armor to gain 5 attack dice.
So I've gone with 2 combat bonus, 2 warrior moves, and 1 hero move.
I've gone with my levies and my warriors, and I've got 2 Viking abilities going, which maybe I should change. Yeah, I guess I won't go with rerolls. We'll get 2 levy activations and 2. Oh wait, this needs to go into warrior activation. And and 1 warrior. Okay, ready?
Yeet.
All right. I'm going to expend 1 levy to remove the exhaustion on my archers. And then I'm going to use the other levy to fire with the archers at the last hearth guard, because I just realized that the hearth guard, if you wipe a unit of hearth guard, you get a victory point.
Yeah, shit.
So I've got 5 archers left. You have the value rounding up, so I get 3 dice. Right? Yeah. I think I needed, well, I don't know what, oh, I needed 4s to hit because your hearth guard. Actually, no, your hearth guard for shooting are 5s, so I missed.
Oh, shit.
Missed everything. Fuck. I needed that. And they get an exhaustion token for firing. Next, I will, fuck it. I need points to try to win this thing, right? So I'm going to charge your warlord with my warriors.
Oh, shit.
Spending that dice. Charge. Okay, so your warlord gets 8 dice, and my warriors get 8 dice.
All right.
8 on 8. I am going to spend Hemdall to lower my armor by 1 to gain 5 more attack dice.
I'm going to use my 2 combat bonuses to gain 2 attack dice.
Attack dice, okay. Here we go. So, hold on. Your warlord, I need 4s to hit. And my warriors, I think you need... What do you need? You know?
Was
My
it 5?
warriors, 4s.
4s, okay.
Well, everybody needs 4s. I only got 5 hits.
2, 4, 7 hits.
Whew. Okay. Yep. So roll 5 dice. You needed 4s to hit, right? Oh,
Yeah.
you needed 3s to hit. Remember, because I lowered my dice by 1.
Right. I mean, I rolled 1s and.
Yeah, you're fine. Okay. So I gave you 5 hits. So roll 5. Does the warlord have multiple wounds? I don't know. So you blocked. I don't think your
3?
warlord gets a 4. It's only on 5s. So you take 4 hits. Does that mean the warlord is dead? How many wounds can a warlord take? Is it the warlord only takes 1 hit?
That
seems off.
Yeah. Why are you looking it up? I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Yeah. I think maybe warlord you're supposed to keep out of combat, maybe? I don't know. I can't. This is the first time we fought warlords. Terrain, bodyguards, special rules, Saga abilities. You're also looking warlord. Okay, this is on page 44. Each warband must contain a single solitary warlord. Warlord generates 1 Saga dice. He is a single figure unit. This champion has an armor of 5. It is good armor and hard to penetrate. Yeah, but his warlord had a armor of 4. On top of this, he has a whole load of special rules. We obey presence, bodyguards, pride, and resilience. See Special Rules 36. Rules 36. Maybe resilience. Resilience X. When a unit of this rule must remove one or more figurines, it can take a fatigue to cancel X casualties. It is possible to use this rule several times in a row in order to not cancel as many casualties. Yeah, so you do have, technically, you have 4 wounds. How many wounds did you take? 4, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're dead.
Yeah.
So what you would have done is you would have took 1 fatigue to cancel 1, 2 fatigue to cancel 2, 3 fatigue to cancel 3 wounds, and that 4th one kills the warlord. More hanging rules, I agree. Bunch of special rules, I hate that. And they're hidden in other areas of the rulebook that you just don't know where it is. And how much did you do to me? You did, I think 7. Yeah, you hit me 7 times. 7. So you could potentially wipe out almost my whole unit if I don't roll 5s. I lost 5 guys. So technically you won the combat. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I have to retreat.
Well, I died, right?
Yeah, you died. So take that warlord out.
Thanks, Ish Time, or Ish TV, for the subscribe.
Hey, one-ish TV.
One-ish. Oh, I thought it was
Thank you.
just
Setting up deployment.
elite speak. Meow. That shit scared the hell out of me the first time I heard it. I was like,
meow meow.
I was like, what is
that? Yeah.
human cat?
All right, hold on. Actually, does that mean I win because I killed your warlord, or is that just a bunch of points? Let's check. Clash of Warlords, 48.
Yes, I do.
End of the game.
Trish.
A player starts their turn with a warband. No, it's when you run out of Saga dice or you played 6 turns. Each enemy warlord slain brings 4 points, so that's huge.
What is the bodyguard rule?
So bodyguard rule applies. So there is a bodyguard rule. So I think you can distribute bodyguards. Each time a unit with bodyguard special rule must remove a figure as a casualty, they can instead remove a friendly Hearthguard figure within short of them. So they act as bodyguards, but he doesn't have any Hearths. Those are my guys that are retreating. Your Hearthguard is way down there.
Sorry,
and then you also you charged your Hearthguard into my Hearthguard. But see, you didn't know the game. You would have kept the Hearthguard near in order to absorb hits.
Yeah.
I didn't know the game either, though. So it's a feel bad win. It's a feel bad win for me. Because I think that's gonna be
that's gonna be
game. Yeah. Because I got 4 for killing your warlord. I also got 1 for each enemy Hearthguard figure slain. So I got 8, 9, 10, 11. So I've got 11 points. You killed 5 of my Hearthguard.
Yeah.
So you've got 5. And so 11 to 5. And then we would have to calculate the points at the end, but I'm currently winning.
Yeah.
And the only way for you to pretty much catch up is if you can grab my warlord who has never moved, and he's way in the back, and I don't think that's possible.
No.
So we're going to call it there.
Yeah.
All right.
Wah, wah, wah.
Turn 5, the Vikings win, and the Irish, they don't necessarily lose. They retreat with their remaining forces to lick their wounds and live to fight another day in order to stop the Viking invasion. But the Viking invasion wins for today.
Ooh, I'm liking this.
And they go celebrate
Thanks.
in the tavern with the women.
With the whamming.
With the womens. It is a Viking victory. All right. What do you think of Saga?
It's fun. It's definitely a little bit more user friendly, I feel like, than QX. What is it called?
SPQR, which is the last one.
With the board, it kind of makes everything a little bit easier, but also adds a different element into it. It's definitely like throws a little wrench into into your opponent's sort of plans, which is nice.
I think the battle boards are amazing because not only do they handle activations, which adds variation to the activations, because in SPQR it's just like activate the units that have not activated yet. Here you could end up not able to activate a unit because the gods deem it so you have to make plans for that, or you can activate a unit 3 times in a row giving him fatigue, and end up having these basically you're forming combos, right? And I love doing combos in video games, and you see something happen, you press the advantage there, but then you're exhausted there, and you have to make up for that or protect that unit, or that unit's going to
because you can really push and be aggressive, but then also it could come back, and
And the fact that there are so many unique abilities per faction, there's 12 factions and probably like 10 abilities each faction, really lends replayability to each faction. So I really like that. I like this game more than SPQR. I really like this system. However,
I don't like the turn-based, like where it's like you're first and then you're just first.
Yeah. That I don't like. I'm going to look at the rules to see, can turn order get changed? I just want it to be able to change because it's kind of a feel bad. If you don't win first turn, you're like always going second. But maybe it doesn't matter as much in this game because you can react to activations, et cetera, et cetera. It's just annoying to not be able for you to get initiative. So that's a huge one. The other one is the rule book is a mess in the sense that there are small rules buried in different sections. Like, when you go into a faction rule book, at least in Warhammer, the codex says, okay, this guy has this many wounds.
Right.
This guy can do this. Here's how to kill him.
Yeah, straightforward.
Right? And this one, it's like, it just gives you the armor value, and that's it.
And it tries to be cutesy and shit.
Because everybody has the same save rolls. 5+ in a melee and 4+ in a shooting, et cetera, et cetera. So while over time you learn those rules and they become ingrained in your head, it's hard to know those rules and find them for your first few plays. But once you get over the learning curve of the game, then the simplicity drops to near zero, and you're just running, going boom, 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 boom,
I feel
boom.
I way underutilized the actual the special
playboard.
Yeah, the
special
what do you call them? The Saga abilities.
Yeah, and I was way overutilizing.
Yeah,
I was just
going off
it's
on the
very
Saga
straightforward
abilities,
for the Vikings because there's all re-roll and do much attack.
Mine were like a lot of terrain
based, which I like, which means in the beginning of the game, you have to be very strategic on where you're placing the train, because you're like, I'm going to put that in the middle of the board so that I have a 365-degree
which we didn't know
turret.
about, so we set it up to be pretty.
Yeah.
And,
And then plus you didn't know that putting your warlord out in the front and
dude,
running forward.
My God. Warlord, he's the Lord of War, man. He's supposed to be hardy.
And honestly, he is. He has 8 dice, and he does have that cool ability that he can distribute wounds to your Hearthguard. So he technically has 8 wounds plus the 4 wounds that he has. So he has 12 wounds if you move the Hearthguard
if
right
you know
next
to move
to him.
Your Hearthguard,
And then you. So it's like high risk, high reward. Do I want an 8 dice extra unit, or do I want to keep it back like I did to ensure that those 4 points don't get? So there are so many interesting choices in Saga. I think that this, so far amongst the historical games we've played, it's at the top.
Yeah, definitely agree. It was.
It wasn't.
The rules weren't nearly as bad as the last. Well, we have the revised.
Yeah, because now we have the SPQR rules were a disaster, and now they have a revised version, which I bought the revised version. But honestly, I would probably rather still play Saga.
Yeah.
But I do like SPQR's campaign system where you can like create your character and then go on.
Yeah, I love
I'll
that.
have to see if Saga has a campaign system for your war band. If it does, then this is really high up
Yeah,
there.
I
We're
definitely
talking
like it. I
8,
definitely-
9, 10 territory. So, all right. Anyways, that's it for us for right now. We're going to go get something to eat, and then we're going to probably stream later on today. We'll do some, Call of Duty.
COD, baby.
And some COD. So thanks for hanging out with us. Tris time again. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
I like Sapsy subscribed just 6 minutes ago.
Appreciate
One is TV, AlterX1, Icy Cynical, all dust. And thank y'all. And we will be seeing you here shortly.
See you on
Bye,
the other
guys.
side.